welcome back to day 3 of the tanning process. This is part 2, beginning of part 2. So what we've done so far, we've scraped the hides, softened them up, salted them, let them roll them up 24 hours, and then we repeated that process. Scrape, salt off, salted them, roll them up for another 24 hours. So what I'm doing here today, it's been 24 hours again, and I'm getting ready to take them off, take the salt off, and unroll them, take the salt off, and I got 22 gallons of water right here in the tote. Show y'all what I got here. 22 gallons of water right here in the tote, and what I'm going to do today, I'm going to take the salt off and put them in a saltwater bath. And what this is, each one of these got 26 ounces of salt in it. So I got 22 gallons of water, and it's going to take about 7 of these. And I'm going to mix the salt up in warm water right here. This here's cold water. I'm going to mix it up in warm water and pour 7 of those in there, which would be, it calls for a half a pound per gallon of water. Half a pound of salt per gallon of water. Cut the tops off so it come out a little bit easier. I got warm water in there so that my salt will dissolve quicker. You don't want to put the hides in the warm water. Just wait till water cools down, but instead of using warm water for everything, I'm using this separate tote here with warm water. I'm going to dissolve my salt in. Get that all real good and dissolved, and then I'll add it to the cold water. Let that water cool down to room temperature before I add any hides. Alright, it's been a few minutes. The salt's pretty much all dissolved now. So I'm going to grab one of these hides out here. Try to grab one I've been following. Alright, here we go. We're just going to flip it back, first side in again. You can already tell these hides are getting whiter just from being in that salt. Even though they've not been in the salt bath yet. Oh, yep. That'll work. Grab my paddle thing here. Give them a good whopping. A lot of these are less than perfect, but I don't mind. I believe they're going to be beautiful if it works out. I'm going to try to get all that salt off of out of the tail and stuff, because it kind of sticks to it. Alright, got the salt pretty much off of this one, and I'm going to go ahead and add my salt water to my cold water here. Wait, that water's already cool. Stir it around. That water's room temperature. Alright, now I'm just going to do this to all the hides. Take and drop them right here in my saltwater bath. Alright, I got all the salt scraped off of them, got them here in the tote of salt water, and I'm going to leave them in here for roughly about 12 hours. I'm off work tomorrow, so about 24 hours. My mistake. Off work tomorrow, so I might take them off a little bit earlier, but I got I'll see what they look like. Just gonna work all the air out of them. Got a bobcat in here. It's a little bobcat. It's a little small. It probably won't take as long on him. Might come out later on tonight and pull him out. Alright, y'all. It's been about 24 hours. I'm back out here. And these have been soaked in this saltwater bath for about 24 hours now. You can see, I'm going to pull one out here where you can see it. They're much whiter. I'm going to take them out of this bath, rinse them off. You can see these hides are getting real nice and white. What I'm going to do, there's still some of them got some stuff on them. I'm going to get them out of this bath, hang them up, and let them partially dry, let them get pretty close to dry. And then I'm going to take a wire wheel or a nylon wheel or something other on a drill and try to thin them out in spots. Then after I do that, I'm going to take and put them in Dawn dishwashing liquid and give them a really good scrubbing. And then I'm going to let them dry partially after that, let them pretty much get dry enough to where I can put the tanning solution. So still a couple steps, still got to thin them in spots. Some of these got some spots on them that need to be thinned out. Didn't get quite all the membrane off all of them. I'm just going to bring them out as much as I can by hand. Bring them over here in my rinse water. Rinse them off for now. Rinse that salt off of them. Bring the water out, and I'm going to turn them back first side in. See how nice and white that's getting right there? There's a little spot right there that needs to be touched up a little, thinned out a little. And up here around the back, there's the neck and the head. So, just like that. I'm gonna hang them over here on a nail. And that one. So, y'all stay tuned. Alright, so here they are all hanging up after I got them out of the saltwater bath and rinsed them off. And they look nice and white for the most part. There's one here that I must have missed in the initial process and I was trying to remove all the membrane. This one's still pretty rough looking. It's going to need some attention, but for the most part, most of them are really nice and white. And I'm going to let them sit here and dry at least for a day, however long it takes to get them kind of back to where they're a little bit stiffer. And then I'm going to take the wire wheel to them. One thing I've already learned in the process of doing this, I watched a video last night from Jeremy Cooley, Out West Adventures, and if I tan, next time I tan, I think I'm going to do it the way he does it. Instead of drying these hides, right after fleshing, I'm going to salt them and let them go 24 hours and then flesh them again. And I really like that idea, and it'll save a step, and I'm all about saving steps. I put these up and dried them. I wasn't sure if I was going to tan them or not, or if I was going to sell them. But if I know I'm going to tan them, next time I'm going to wait, and right after freeze them, when I get ready to flesh them, I'll flesh them and tan them right away. Just eliminate a step, and you wouldn't have to rehydrate them. So, and that way you wouldn't have a wet hide to deal with right off the bat. But anyway, I'll see y'all in the next process. Stay tuned. Alright y'all, it's been a little over a day here, and what I'm doing out here today, I got them out of salt water a little over a day ago, rinsed them off, hung them up, let them dry some. I'm taking a wire wheel right here on the drill, and I'm going to just knock off any dark spots around the head, mainly on these cows, about all I need. And knock off any dark spots or any thick spots that look thick, and just thin the hide a little bit with this wire brush. So after that, I'm gonna wash them in Dawn dishwashing soap, and then rinse them off again, hang them up, and let them get dry enough for me to tan. But before I get started here, I want to show y'all. I had a bobcat that I threw in the mix last minute, and this cat thinner, so I didn't let her soak as long, and I only left her in my saltwater bath. I followed all the rest of the steps the same, but I didn't leave her in my. I only left her in my saltwater bath about 4 hours or so, and then I hung her up and let her dry a little. And there was really nothing left to knock off of this cat as far as membrane. So I went ahead and tanned this cat. I should have done it on film, but I couldn't be happier. This cat turned out just absolutely awesome. Very soft. I can just white it up. I'm going to turn her inside out and let y'all look at it. And I used the new tan on this one, which we'll see. I don't know which one I like better as far as we'll find out on the 2 tanning solutions I'm using. But this is that cat. Got that buckskin. I hope it shows on camera. Buckskin look to it. Just very soft. Even around the neck where it was thick. This cat turned out amazing. So if the coyotes turn out anything like this, I'll be very happy. Which I know the coyotes are a little bit thicker than this cat. So this cat, I can just white it up. Soft. Really happy the way this thing turned out. But anyway, this is a cat from 2 seasons ago. It's not the one I caught this year. Let me get started and get this stuff knocked off. I just want to show you all this. On the board here, so I have a flat surface to work on. Alright, I got them all thinned. Just went through the thick spots that I thought needed it and hit it, went over it. Now all I gotta do is wash them in Dawn and let them dry somewhat and then tan them. Whenever you're using a wire brush, I recommend getting the finest one you can get. I got the finest one I could find at Ace Hardware, but it worked a lot better after I got it broke in a little bit. And be careful, don't do what I did and let it get too close to your hand. Grabbed and ran over my hand here. But anyway, stay tuned. Alright, finally. The wind died down enough where I can work outside. Real nice today. Hopefully it'll stay like this and I can do the rest of this outside. I like working outside when I can. So what I got here is put about a half a cup, 3/4 cup of Dawn dishwashing liquid in here. And then I got my rinse water there. And all I'm going to do is take these hides, put them in there and wash them real good. Try to get any grease, salt, anything that's left on them, get it off. Remember, this whole process is about removing the old oils and replacing them with something new. So we're going to put them all in this water right here. Give them a real good bath. Wash them just like I would clothes. I'm not going to let them soak in here. I'm just going to wash them off real good. Get them out and rinse them off. Dry them as good as I can. And hang them up. And then the next process will be applying the tanning solution. I got 2 different kinds, so gonna give them a real good scrubbing. This Dawn will kind of work as a degreaser. If there's any fat or anything left on them, a little bit, hopefully this right here should get it off. thing on this side. A real good scrubbing. I'm gonna try not to leave them in here no longer than I have to get them clean. A little messy. Put them in here and give them a good rinsing. Like that, rinsed off. Alright. Woo! Like a wet towel. Alright. There we have it. I'm gonna do that to all of them. And turn the right side out again. Let them dry some. And then next step be to apply the tanning solution. That's gonna be it for part 2. Next part 3, gonna be applying the solution and working the hide. Finished product. Hope y'all enjoyed this video and learned something with me. Stay tuned for part 3. Always remember, make time to get out and enjoy whatever it is you're passionate about. See y'all in the next one.